Hey there, chat. How you doing? Welcome to the channel. My name's Ruin. I run the place. And welcome to Legend of the Heroes: Trails in the Sky. This is a game that I played a long while ago, about 4 years ago, and I loved it very much. I got it when some stuff was on sale on Steam, and some stuff was on sale on Amazon, I believe it was. The Cold Steel series was on sale on Amazon, and I looked up what the beginning of it was, and it was Trails in the Sky. So I went to Steam, and I got a bundle with all 3 of the chapters. Played through Chapter 1, loved it. Played through it again on the New Game Plus, so I could get the other stuff and just have everything. So then my second playthrough has got all the different stuff. And then I kind of let it die. I barely scratched the surface of SC. Never even made it through the tutorial in SC. Just got busy with other things. What happened was Omori came out, and somebody started playing Omori, and I wanted to play Omori. So I got it, and then I decided to start the channel. Because of Omori. So, I start the channel, and I never really came back to this, because I knew I'd probably need to play through it from the start again, but I felt like now was a good time. And I liked the game, I wanted to do it, and I decided how I want to start, because I've been really pondering if I should just load one of my last playthroughs. I played through hard, and then I did New Game Plus on Nightmare, just to have some kind of semblance of battle, even though I was already super overleveled at the time. And I didn't know if I should start another playthrough with my levels and my strength and my money and all that nonsense, and just punch through the game so I could say I punched through it, and get over to SC real quick, or if I should try and have a more sincere experience for the camera. And I think what I've decided to do is that the only thing I'm going to carry over is I'm going to carry over equipment, and I will leave out the other stuff. I'll go back to hard, but I'll leave over the recipe book and the monster guide. And I'll leave behind the status, my levels and orbments and everything. The only thing I'm going to carry over is equipment, because I'd like, at the end, to be able to have both of the ultimate weapons. And you can only get them by carrying over multiple playthroughs. So, I'll get my equipment, and then when I open up, I think I'm going to throw most everything away. If I've got a death blow, maybe I'll keep that. Just so I can make some things quicker. Then I'll play on hard, and if I'm struggling, I'll just go punch a palm a couple of times and power level a bit, because I don't want the game to be hard, but I don't want it to be 10 hours of boring slop, because I can walk through everything. You know, I want it to be interesting, and also kind of just reignite my feeling of playing this game. So, I think that's what I'd like to do. Carry over the equipment, I'll throw most everything away, I'll keep the ultimate weapons in reserve, and my money, and my Sepith, and all that other stuff I've been building up, I'll leave behind. And then, when I go to SC, no matter what I wind up doing in this playthrough, I'm going to carry over my really heavy clear data with all my stuff in it from this last time around, and all my perfect BP and everything like that, so that way I can affect my SC playthrough. So I think that's what I'd like to do. So let's go ahead. Boy, that's really quiet. I might change the options on that, too. Boy, there's a big difference between those two. Alright, load. Pop, pop. Alright. So I think that's what I'll do to try and have as much of a real experience as possible. But I'm nervous. I kind of want to just carry my power and my levels and my everything and just punch the sun. Alright, here we go. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'll be home today, too. And Cher's gone traveling around the kingdom or some kind of training. Oh, that's Cher getting her senior bracer training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come and have a look? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Don't make up such a fuss, you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kinda dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy? Where have you been picking up these kind of words? No doubt from Scheherazade, I assume. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days after all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business. And I don't even know his name. You mean bracer business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. His eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? That's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just work out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright! Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. And just, who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it. Wait a minute, don't try and change the sub- Ow! Quit yelling! Alright already. But you jumping on me like that isn't gonna make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind, just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise to not argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know, the thing that people call you. I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite to not tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... And thus, the story begins. Let the course of 5 nations be changed. By a blazing ball of sunshine in an 11-year-old girl. I wish my voice would stop cracking. Legend of the Heroes trails in the sky. Love this game. It's so full of feels all over again. Oh, it's my boy. It's my man. So many thoughts and memories come into my head. Yeah! The narwhal of death up there. This nonsense is so cool. Man, that opening is such a big old pile of if you know, you know. I love that they have this little 3D space. It's so interesting. Ah, I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Of course not. You think he'd be waking up after you? I guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then, too. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind, with that siren song of yours gently lulling the beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? You're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I'm clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, how fortunate for you. You could at least try to sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna turn this down. It's starting to get loud for you. There we go. Really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a bit harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. Really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that I don't do something that If I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are just sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay. I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, I'm stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two are finishing up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right, it'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm afraid I'm not... I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we're learning in training. Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap. Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or another. I honestly don't know how you've survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike. But whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's gonna be waiting for us there. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you'd like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about a Rouen-style scallop fish and a balsamic vinegar sauce? What? What's that? I think that's a little bit more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude! But I can't actually say he's wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberl News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it! One copy of the Liberl News from the General Goods Store. Receipt 500 Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Scheherazade my regards. There we go. We have begun. Look at ourselves. We're all the way back to level 1. We got our different equipment and whatnot. Let's see. Let's see. My Mystic Stave. So if I ever give up on this, I can just do that. But I don't need to. And I've also got my ultimate outfits here. All right. So now I need to take all these other things and get rid of them. Hey, you know what? I've been throwing away a lot of stuff. I will throw away the rest of it when I'm done recording. So, let's worry about it later. Alright. By the way, Dad, it's going to be alright if you stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today. You haven't been there for a couple days now. Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But, don't worry. I'm carrying a big enough workload at the guild, not likely to fire me anytime soon. That's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard coming out of your mouth. How about yourself? Shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? Scherazard is waiting, right? I forgot that there's so many dialogues. Hold on. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. I'm looking for the controls. One of these buttons is the run button. So V pulls up my map. Shift shows what the place I'm on is. Control is the menu. Alt is the speed. Okay. Roland, south is Gruen Gate. There it is. Looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become some bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today is our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the only one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place. So I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort. Oh, yeah, I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get into it and make it through the last hazing from Schera. You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Schera at the Bracer Guild over there then. Alright. Horrible Factory. General Goods. Armory, yep. Bracer Guild. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Good morning. Is Schera here today? Is Schera here already? Yeah, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks. We'll do our best. I do have a thing pulled up so that I don't botch things up and miss stuff. A spoiler-free guide. The Star and the Hanged Man, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. This is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does. Joshua, Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly and is overly naive and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an orbment with some practice, eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described you as all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what are you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading at what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay attention closely to what I'm going to say. Yeah. About orbments. Orbments are mechanical devices that operate using what is known as orbal energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in the facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products, weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection with this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbal Revolution. About bracers. Oh, there's Joshua. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect the civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, fighting lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. And about the Liberl Kingdom. The Kingdom of Liberl... this is just the regions of Liberl. The Kingdom of Liberl, in which we live, sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent, and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberl is proud to be one of the leading producers of septium on the continent, and is known for its high level of technology used to develop its orbments. Orbment technology has been a key pillar of support for Liberl in protecting its independence as it has contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberl enjoys peace. That is all. Alright, let's see. Since we've got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training. Shara? How is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure you have to work up a sweat, so I will hope you're ready. Yes, that's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at that desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope that smile of your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on with your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it! Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give both of you. Aina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two, go get one for each of yourselves. These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Receive the bracer notebook. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood. This sounds like it's going to be a pain. Oh. Please tell me it was my ears playing a trick on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure there were two. Keeping an accurate account of all events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over there by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check out the job description posted there. When the bulletin board is approached, the exclamation mark will appear. Pressing the OK button will display the job list. By selecting the job names on the list, you can view their details. I just realized with our little things, I'm gonna need to move me a little bit. There I go. Alright. Training retrieval. This training will involve searching the sewers beneath Roland and bring back the contents of a chest. See Scheherazade for details. Details of the job confirmed on the bulletin board and other important events will be automatically recorded in your Bracer notebook. The Bracer notebook can be easily found by clicking on the Books tab of the Items menu. It can also be accessed by configuring a Bracer book shortcut button on the Configuration menu. Where's the Configuration menu? Very good. Looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions of a Bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Interesting, I think that's a spelling error. It should just be, is that so? Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha. Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. That we'll be doing this time. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melder's Orbital Factory and learning how to use its services. He has graciously taken the time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Here is where you will learn how to use the Orbital Factory's services. An Orbital Factory can modify your orbments and synthesize your support quartz in order to use orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and, if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me. I love that his name is Melders because he melds things together. No problem, leave everything to me.
So, what is it that you would like to know about? Let's just look at Sepith. Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, water, fire, wind, time, space, and mirage. Sepith can be exchanged for Mira almost anywhere, but at the Orbital Factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open orbital slots which to install the synthesized quartz. So what is it that you would like to know about?
That's it. I will, all the other stuff, quartz is what you use to stack up, abilities, kind of like, a little bit like materia, but not quite. Each quartz will have a Sepith value, and if you stack certain Sepith values, you will be able to use different orbital arts. And orbments are the things that you line everything up in. It looks like Mr. Melders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try out the use of the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith. Several of each type of elemental Sepith. With that amount, you should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making an elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular orbments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental. Normally at a shop, you would be able to exchange Sepith for Mira, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service. Upon approaching the counter, a talk marker will appear. Pressing the OK button will display a list of options, select Modify or Trade to use the Orbital Factory services. Alright.
Oh, good work so far. If you need to use the Orbital Factory, give Freddy a holler over there.
Okay. Alright, modify and trade. So I've got 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Quartz. We want synthesized quartz. So we need an action 1 in order to make 1 for Joshua. So we made 1 action. I can boost attack, defense, or evasion, or HP. I think it would be wise to do an HP, because it would be good to get a healing spell rather quickly. So let's do that. Oh, you know what? We might as well synthesize all of them. That's everything I can make. I need 30 of everything. Or I need 30 of everything. Same with Joshua. He's got a long trail. Okay. Can I trade now? I cannot trade now. Hi there, looks like you two are doing well in your training. If you would like to modify your orbments, please select the Modify and Trade service. Alright, looks like you were able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz in your orbment so that you can use both recovery and attack arts. Quartz can be installed in the orbment screen. The orbment screen can be utilized by selecting the orbment tab in the main menu. By the way, where is the configuration? I see no configuration menu. Alright, so... Stone hammer. Putting in this HP one will give us the ability to attack and defend. Time quartz only. So, action 1. Give me Clock Up and Soul Blur. Alright, it looks like you've both got recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like what you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your Bracer notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz in your Bracer notebook and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have you open up a new slot in your orbments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of your choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening up slots, it would be a good idea to open them all up early on. Now, I want you to use this Sepith and open a slot on each of your orbments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open. Several of each type of elemental Sepith. Alright, modify and trade. Slot. Let's boost Joshua's magic. Open slot 2. Now we'll immediately go in there. We'll boost him up with drops our defense. Interesting. Don't like that. We'll hit him with a stone hammer. I just want survivability on these two. Good work on opening up a slot, Joshua. Since your central slot is limited to a certain element, it would be best to increase your orbment's number of open slots early on. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test. Pardon? Did you just say test? You can't honestly tell me you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean, like, now? I don't know if I'm ready for... How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Joshua, help me! Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help.
Don't mention it, and good luck with that test of yours.
I'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua. All your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah, and I even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks, unless you forgot that too. I am pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells? What a relief. Oh, divine Adios. I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such a wonderful gift as sewers. So what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you were acting all crazy back at the Orbital Factory. And I can really feel the nostalgia. All these horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll ever be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you won't even want to imagine what kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose. Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyways, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland Sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. Receive the Tear Bones 3 and Monster Guide. What's this book for? It's called a Monster Guide, and it'll be used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it here. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such. Alright. That appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging any further battles. Orbital charging stations are recovery points set up in a dangerous area. As a recovery point is approached, the exclamation point marker will appear, and two choices will be displayed by pressing the OK button. By selecting the rest option, all HP and EP will be restored. Sounds like a plan to me. What's the other option here? Oh, leave. Okay. Oh, I've got a little missing HP. And Josh has got a little missing EP. It's because I put an HP thing on and it doesn't raise my HP, it just raises my max HP ability. And then Josh got his thing opened up, so he's got more EP. Alright, little guy. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of our blind side. Got it. Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. The condition at the start of the battle will change depending on how a monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Alright. Craft. Why can't I craft? Okay. Pacha! Oh, we didn't kill it. Oh, they're just waiting. Ooh, many. Ba-ba-ba. There we go. He's still just gonna hang out there, I guess. Acha! My bonking stick.
Piece of cake.
There we go. Juicy bone times 2. Awesome. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. EP is consumed when arts are used. EP can be recovered by resting at inns, hotels, or by using charge stations and other items, like an EP charge. Alright, now we can use our arts. What is a craft? Oh, it's an S-craft. That's what it is, yeah. An attack. Heavy stream of water at enemies. Oh, yeah. Oh, it would be good if I had fire now. 20% chance to just cause a faint. Excellent. Man, arts are strong.
We're good to go.
Manny. Crisp onion. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they are worth a shot. Roger that. Crafts have range limits, but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Alright. Chop, chop. There we go. Giving us some nice, chunky CP there. Oh, come on. Oh dear. We might need to use an item.
We're good to go.
Oh, wow. Alright, we're about there. Oh, that wasn't enough. We didn't even get to use crafts.
Piece of cake.
Huh. Alright, let's get over there, get this. Found a reviving balm. And every chest has a double thing. Your chest is empty because of you. Nice work, hero. Run back over here. Get the free recovery. We are playing on hard mode. And we don't want to have to deal with spending items if we don't have to. What a surprise, another creepy thing. I wish there was an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-Craft or an S-Break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. These devastating attacks can only be unleashed when the CP gauge is above 100. S-Breaks are actions which allow S-Crafts to be immediately unleashed while ignoring battle order. S-Crafts which are unleashed as S-Breaks can be changed by going to the tactics and set S-Breaks within the main menu. Oh, whoops, I could have used Craft, now I need to use S-Craft. Okay. Whoops. Let's set this up. And as for me, let's set up a clock. Yeah. What is my S-Craft button? Okay. I don't remember what my my craft button is, and I don't know how to find the configuration menu. What is my intercept? Oh, there it is. Well, let's kill this guy. It's the numbers. That's what it is. Death. Kill this guy. Let Joshua build up a little bit of CP again. Interrupt his turn and kill him.
Here I come.
Get wrecked.
Piece of cake.
Awesome. Juicy bone. All right, and home we go yet again. Speedwalker, Speedwalker. Do. So that's the treasure chest rafter. Well, we made it this far. The rest is going to be a piece of cake. Piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little bit of breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be afforded for turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allotted to an ally or a foe. Using S-Breaks to ignore the battle order makes it easy to jump in and strip away an enemy of their turn bonus. Well, I wish I could intervene. Best thing I can do is clock myself up. Ow. Ow. Yay! Hallelujah on that miss. missing my Sepith. Demon. Good. La da da da. Ba 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 ba. Ow! Stop that. Need to tear myself immediately. Thankfully, Tear is really quick. Ow. Okay. I need to start killing these guys. Ow. It's not good. Okay. Oh, that's exactly what I want. This is good. This is possible. Just hope that he goes after Estelle. Good. He did. All right. Whew. Oh, I messed up. Thank you for missing your turn. Let's heal Joshua in case that guy starts moving. Cool, okay. You're so far away. Better start moving though. Man, my EP is not very good. Big. Let's get a move on here. Can't reach it yet, but we're getting closer. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Bonk. Death. Okay.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Good old Johnny. Crisp onion, curative horn, juicy bone. There we go. Found a small box times 2. That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one but 2 is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. Yeah, you're no fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest. Did you just say the F word? Yep, opening one of these boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Shara when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. All right, all right. Looking inside this chest again, you flunk. Just kidding. Rest again. Want to really quickly, as soon as I can, maybe between the episodes, I'll go to the highway and I'll punch a bunch of monsters and get the slots all opened up. Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Handed over small boxes times 2. Yep, they're the real deal, all right. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now. Let's get you back to work. You still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you say that we were past the test? And you still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. Seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all parts of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, and as you already know by now, Aina is, actually it is Aina. It's like I like love, I think. Aina is in charge of the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training. Upon approaching the counter, a talk marker will appear. Pressing OK button will display a list of options. Select Report to report to the guild. If you've passed your qualification exam, then there's one thing left to do. When you want to report that you finished a job, you select the report option. Alright, you receive payment for training retrieval. Gained BP 1. Current rank is Junior Bracer, 9th class. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing, take note is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points, which are known as BP Bracer points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a bracer and be awarded with a piece of special equipment by the guild. The rank of a junior bracer starts at 9 and will go all the way up to 1. Please select your sights on making a first rank and work hard. The amount of Mira and BP you receive will also be recorded in your bracer notebooks, so have a look at sometime later on. All that's left to do now is to finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Aina. And sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new braces is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experiences. Well then, Sherazard holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't you both have here a look and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. Receive the Junior Bracer emblem. This crest is... So does this mean that we're... Ahem? Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as Junior Bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome to the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a Bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. Ow. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Wow! Look at us now, world! We did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You've been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago, when your father, Cassius, trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard and become full-fledged Bracers early on so you can help guide these new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable Bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Sherazard, the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young Bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who's always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as Junior Bracers. Right. And now... I'm going to save it. I'll start a new page. So... I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna call it. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you had a lovely time. Please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz, because I do love to hear from you. I'm very excited to see how things go, to see what becomes of this, and I want to get into it. But for now, I'm sleepy, so I want to sleep. Anywho, I'm glad to be back, so let's do it. I shall see you all in the not-too-distant future. I know you're gonna miss me. Try not to miss me too much, okay? Bye.